Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raw Rebound, where we recap the episode of Monday Night Raw that just got done airing moments ago. And it was kind of hard to tell this one for this Raw Rebound this week. I guess it just named it counseling, Roman versus Bobby, and more. Quick couple of thoughts and prayers out there with a couple people. The first one being Ruby Riott, who suffered a left knee injury very recently at a live event this weekend. She was not on Monday Night Raw tonight due to said knee injury. She had an MRI earlier on today. There'll be more information on the injury update later on. Just stick around with whichever news source you follow to get the latest updates, or you can check out WWE.com, which I'm pretty sure they might post something up there as well. Second one goes to Bray Wyatt, who was in a head-on car accident. I think either earlier today or yesterday, I believe. I don't remember when it was. And it was pretty big to where he didn't remember what had happened or how he got hit. So kind of rocked him a little bit. Hopefully it's not any permanent damage to the head, minor damage, to where he can't remember anything from like that day. Hopefully all is well with those two individuals. I believe that is it for the thoughts, prayers, and wishes out there. Those that have either sustained an injury very recently or so Monday Night Raw opens up with Roman Reigns coming down to the ring. And one thing I will say about Roman Reigns, I don't think I've said this yet, but it's been said on a lot of other platforms. Say what you want about Roman Reigns. I'm personally not a Roman fan. I respect the dude, but again, I'm not a fan. He is getting better on the mic. People will still say, and even I will say, that his promos do need some work a little bit. He's on the right track, but there's just something missing on the track. He's straight to the point. He's blunt, and there's just something missing. I can't really put my finger on it, per se. But Roman Reigns is definitely getting better than Suffering Succotash, son. If you remember that. Hopefully you don't remember that, because that was awful. Roman Reigns talks about how I don't like Bob. Bob sucks. That's the usual. And says that I want a match with Bob at Extreme Rules, but since it's not happening, let's do it right now. Obviously, Bobby and Roman are facing the rival later on in the night. Again. Jeez. I'm going to get to that when I get to it. But then he's interrupted by The Show. Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, who said, hey, you stuck your nose into our business. Let us return the favor. Beat down in the ring. Seth makes the save. Seth chases off Drew and Dolph. A match is set up for later on with Roman and Seth versus Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Now, wait a minute. Isn't Roman Reigns booked against the Revival? Well, yeah. That match still does happen. So, Roman Reigns is booked twice in one night. Huh. Could they have just left that other one out and maybe have Bobby attack Roman after the match with The Show? Just a suggestion. I digress. You get Woken, Matt Hardy heading to the ring, alone without Bray Wyatt. And then the B team again impersonates the Woken ones. Yeah, it happened. If you've seen the past couple of weeks, then this isn't anything new. It's just Curtis Axel doing an impersonation of Matt Hardy, and then Bo Dallas being Bray Wyatt. Boo, we didn't get to see Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas. Boo, but again, let's start with Bray Wyatt. We get a matchup with Woken, Matt Hardy, Curtis Axel, nothing really special, but more of a match than what they had last week, which, I mean, again, kind of going with the whole, hey, copy and paste, but you do a little bit better. With this one, anyway, with the match-wise, it was better than last week's, definitely. But still not a whole lot to offer when it comes to that. Curtis Axel picked up the victory over Woken, Matt Hardy. Hey, Payne the Gamer Boy, what's going on, man? Axel picks up the win with the what do they call it? The axle, the axe hole, or whatever it's called. Then we get set backstage and talking to Roman, saying, "Yeah, I've got my match at Extreme Rules, which is a 30-minute Iron Man match against Dolph Ziggler." That's another thing that happened. At Extreme Rules, it's gonna be Dolph versus Seth in an Iron Man match. Nothing I have a problem with it per se. No problem. But I gotta wonder, why did they decide to do an Iron Man matchup with Seth and Dolph? It's a head scratcher, not in a bad way head scratcher, but head scratcher as in like a why is it an Iron Man match? I mean, I get like you shouldn't do a regular matchup because factors here, there, and everywhere, but the Iron Man match, I don't know. It throws me off a little bit. But I am fine with it, and I am looking forward to that match. We get a bit of a recap from what Bayley did to Sasha Banks last week, and then Bayley and Sasha Banks go to the counseling deal. They find out that, hey, turns out they have the same appointment at the same exact time. And then out comes Dr. Shelby. Yes! I wanted this. I absolutely wanted this. I said last week that the only way I'm going to accept this is if Dr. Shelby is the one to do it. And Dr. Shelby, yes, I am perfectly good, perfectly fine by this. Did they see the tweets and the videos that people have probably done about this whole counseling thing that they want Dr. Shelby? I just get that vibe that for once they're like, maybe we might listen to them and bring in Dr. Shelby for once. If you guys didn't see, Dr. Shelby tweeted afterwards last week whenever they found out they had counseling. And that tweet, I'm just like, oh, he's probably not going to help, isn't he? Oh, who's this new guy? But nope, no new guy. No new guy needed. Thank you, Dr. Shelby. Dr. Shelby. And apparently this is going on next week. Which, okay. Why not? If it worked for Team Hell No, maybe it might work for Bayley and Sasha. Work, quote unquote. We'll go back to the next segment of Dr. Shelby in a little bit. But if you guys haven't can't tell already, I'm happy. I am happy that Dr. Shelby is involved in this whole thing. Konnichiwa, Scott. Oh, there was a thing I did forget to mention about the backstage segment. Lashley comes in. He says, check your ego and during tonight's tag match, because at the end, I don't like you, but we need to work together to win this matchup here tonight. And Roman, is Roman in heel? Maybe? I don't know. Roman basically just like, no, you're going to stand on the apron. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to get the win. You could get the W. Free win. And Lashley's like, basically just like, I don't roll that way. Check your ego. Let's do the match. We're then going to match with the Titus Worldwide versus the Authors of Pain. Nothing special about this match. Authors of Pain getting a win over Titus Worldwide. And the Authors of Pain getting a win over Titus Worldwide. This being built up because Authors of Pain did not take the advice of Titus Worldwide last week. And they were like, hey, show these backstage workers some respect. Cole is in charge of all the WWE announced team. Yeah, that's something that I would kind of figure, since he's been there the longest out of all the announcers that have been WWE. I'd figure that Michael Cole at this point has to have some sort of big role as an announcer on Raw or even SmackDown as well. I actually didn't see these two segments here because I was out grocery shopping, and I missed like the first hour of it, so I had to catch up, and I caught up with that while the Revival versus Bobby Lashley Roman Reigns match was happening. Didn't care for that match because, again, we've seen that 2 times in a row, and I don't really care to see the third. But apparently Roman Reigns confronts Seth backstage, asks about Lashley, and asks if he's ready for the match. Roman says he is ready, and they make their way to the ring. Kevin Owens is shown arriving in the arena, paranoid about Braun Strowman. Valet guy says he can't park there, but Owens like, I'm parking here. Bye. And then we get into the part where I was at whenever I get back. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre. Very good tag team matchup. From start to finish, it was really good. Told an interesting story, kind of, well, mini story I should say. But then the Revival come out and just beat up Roman Reigns, and then the show and the Revival beat up Seth and Roman. Winning by disqualification. Nothing too bad about the match. Boo, DQ ending, but what can you do? Other than the DQ wise, match is fine. It kind of did that a little bit too much throughout this night. But I digress. After a recap with Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman last week, Owens wants Kurt to do something about Braun, and Kurt's like, okay, you have a match with Braun Strowman tonight in the ring. And Owens is like, no, I don't want a match with Braun Strowman. And Kurt's like, well, sounds like to me you want a match. You're going to get a match with Braun Strowman tonight. You're welcome. And Owens is just like, yeah, walks out. This whole Kevin Owens Braun Strowman thing, I feel really bad for Owens. I really do, because I know Owens is so much better and can be put in a better platform than this. But this stuff is entertaining, kind of. Although I didn't really feel, well, it's kind of funny. We'll get to that though later on. We get Baron Corbin in the ring, talking about how, as the constable, he's here to help. And he says Finn's behavior last week, attacking him, was unprofessional and uncalled for, and he wants an apology. Finn comes out and says he's sorry that he got fired from TGI Fridays from wearing the vest that he has on. Finn thinks that he deserves an apology. And Corbin's like, hey, I'm trying to help you. He says, but listen, you little twerp, you're going to apologize to me, damn it, because I'm the constable. Damn it. And Finn says, I'm sorry that he lost all respect when he became Stephanie McMahon's stooge. Boom, sucker punch by Baron Corbin. Finn fights back, and Corbin runs away. This seems to be leading to a match between Finn Balor and Baron Corbin at Extreme Rules. I, for one, am not against that kind of match. I think that could actually be pretty good. Maybe. Hopefully. Maybe. Put in a good little, little stipulation in there. And, yeah, good to go. Elias backstage, playing his guitar. Liv and Sarah Logan approach him and ask him for some music. Elias, plays the music, the one that causes the Riot Squad to just start to trash things. And so then after that, we get into a match with Ember Moon versus Liv Morgan. I saw a little bit of this match. Looked like it had very good promise, but obviously Ember Moon gets the win with the Eclipse from the top rope. From what I saw, not a bad match. I think Liv seems to be a bit underrated, so to speak. But we get back to Banks and Bailey. Banks and Bailey, the counseling session. Bailey wants Banks to go. Banks wants Bailey to go. And then at the end, they impersonate each other. Banks was pretty spot on. What Bailey's was a little bit nonsensical. And I'm going to explain that a little bit. Part of it is biased. Part of it is not, really. But then Dr. Shelby gets mad and it says, enough! To be continued next week. Unfortunately, that was all of the Dr. Shelby segments when it comes to Sasha Banks and Bailey. There's probably more to come next week. So, let me get into the sensical, nonsensical side of the story. Banks's deal was just, basically like, hey, my name is Bailey. I'm a fan. I think I deserve to be WWE because I write letters and get all sorts of autographs and all that. Nothing really too douchebaggy, but, and also pretty true. Pretty true. to a little extent. And then Bailey does her impersonation, saying that, oh, I'm the boss. I'll stab you in the back. 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 Nonsensical, because Sasha hasn't stabbed anyone in the back. She did what any woman would do, because I don't think Bailey gets the comprehension and understanding of every person for themselves in matches. Royal Rumble, every person for himself. Elimination Chamber, every person for himself. Battle Royals, every person for themselves. Fatal 4-Ways, Fatal 5-Ways, every person for himself. I don't really think Bailey understands the comprehension. And this is the woman that has been watching all these matches before participating in one herself. And it just seems like Bailey's trying to be desperate when it comes to turning Sasha into the bad person, when in reality, it's clear to say that Bailey is the bad person here. And I think they're trying to backtrack from that, but it's already been established. In my book, anyway. Maybe not a whole lot of other people's books, but in my book, Bailey's the heel, Banks the face. What's that? We get Roman Reigns with the Revival, don't care, ended in a DQ. Roman, the Eagle got on the way, did not tag in Bobby, ended in a DQ when Dawson and Dash beat down Roman. Bobby left, and they hit Roman with a second Shatter Machine of the night. And yeah, didn't. If you were to miss this match, you would not really miss a whole lot. Maybe the most interesting thing of this was Bobby Lashley leaving. Yeah. We get back from commercial, and what's it called? Owens. Oh wait, no, Owens. Before we get to the one I'm talking about, Owens explains that Raw is the chaos. Once out of the match with Braun, Kurt says still on. Owens is like, "Hey, I'll babysit your kids, and I'll give you and your wife tickets to go to a concert." And Kurt Angle says, "Yeah, it's tempting, but nah, match still on." Then Kurt gets confronted by Roman. He wants Bobby. Kurt said Bobby was just in here. It's Roman versus Bobby at Extreme Rules. Finally, the match is confirmed. Maybe, hopefully, this will determine the number one contender for the Universal title. And the person who will win the Universal Championship from Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Please, I don't want this Universal Championship reign anymore. We get No Way Jose and Mojo Rawley. No, we don't, because Mojo cuts a promo saying No Way Jose dances with his opportunity. No rematch. Mojo knocks No Way Jose down, attacks the cheeseburger, and then Mojo attacks No Way Jose some more, and then walks away. And why is this a thing? First of all, that cheeseburger had a family, damn it. Why did you attack the cheeseburger, man? Think of the people who probably wanted to eat cheeseburgers. Heartless bastard. But again, why is this rivalry a thing? I have got to question that a bit. Anyway, we get Alexa versus, no, it was Mickey versus Nia Jax. But before that, we get the confirmation that Ronda Rousey will be in the front row at Extreme Rules for the match with Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, which has a stipulation. Nia Jax comes out and she said, "Hey, I thought we were done at Mania and Backlash." And then one Money in the Bank cash in later, and we're right back to where we were. But this ends at Extreme Rules, and it's going to end in an Extreme Rules matchup. Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Raw Women's Championship, Extreme Rules. And I think that makes a lot of sense, really, for the rivalry with Ronda Rousey being the X Factor. The bad blood is there from Nia, and she hasn't really been able to, well, I don't want to say she hasn't really ripped her hair out, but she's wanted to legally rip her hair out from her body and make a sock out of it. I don't know. But Extreme Rules matchup confirmed. Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Raw Women's Championship. That is hopefully going to be somewhat good. I mean, it's going to be better than the Raw Women's Championship matchup from last year's Extreme Rules. If you guys do remember that, good for you. And if you don't remember that, it's probably best if you don't remember. Again, Nia Jax and Mickie James. Again, Nia getting a lot of offense. Mickie fighting back a little bit, but then Nia, Samoa drop. And, oh, Natalya was in Nia Jax's corner. Not that that really mattered, except for, you know, Ronda Rousey and all that. But Nia Jax gets the win. Kevin Owens backstage with Jinder Mahal's trying to breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. And then Owens all of a sudden is like, hey, no, I'm not scared of Braun. I'm going to beat Braun up. I'm going to show you how to take down a monster. And then after that, back to breathing. Bobby Lashley is interviewed. He said, hey, you know what? I wasn't too keen on standing on the apron. But now that I think about it, it was actually really nice to see Roman Reigns get beat down. He says that if he was still around 10 years ago, Roman would never have been the guy because Bobby Lashley would have still been around. And we get to our main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the main event of the evening? Both men lock up. Braun throws Owens across the ring. Kevin Owens leaves the ring to think about what he's going to do next. And he runs away, and the ref counts to 10. Braun wins by countout. Ladies and gentlemen, where's the bag of stars? Throw them out there, guys. Multiple, bajillion stars. Omega, Okada. Nope. Okay. Nope. I gotta stop that. I gotta stop that before. All that happened was a lockup, a throw, and run away. That's all that happened in this. And this is your main event of Raw. This is the main event of Raw. You know, I find it ironic that the ending of the show. I find the ending of the show very funny and ironic. It's basically WWE just being like, "Oh, that main event was crap, right? You mean like this?" Owens runs away to his car. He's trying to hide from Braun Strowman. He hides in the porta potty. Braun Strowman looks around, you know, and part of me was thinking like, "Oh, wait, maybe Owens might get in the car and run over Braun Strowman and get the upper hand once." Of course not, because Kevin Owens can never get the upper hand. Braun Strowman pulls the porta potty, does a little impersonation, like, "Hello, you in there?" Just to verify that it was Kevin Owens. He takes duct tape, wraps it around the door, and then is like, "I found you." And Owens is like, "Nope, nope, 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 nope." Braun Strowman pulls the porta potty to the arena and then pushes it off 2 feet. And Owens comes out with blue goo all over him. Braun celebrates. Show ends. And, you know, Owens probably feels and smells like this main event was a big pile of crap. And that's how you end Raw. That was not nice, for one. And for two, yeah, that was just mean. Nothing really to say other than that, honestly. This Raw was definitely a downgrade from last week. I have got to say, it was a downgrade from last week. The counseling thing was great. Probably the highlight of the night. You know, the Roman Bobby stuff. Roman competing twice in one night. The Roman Seth versus the show Dolph and Drew was fine. And that was about it, honestly. So I didn't really miss a whole lot. I missed the first hour was probably where the good stuff was, and then the rest kind of went to crap. Like Owens ended up being. Well, I could probably guess who's gonna win this week, but who knows? Who knows? Will SmackDown win this coming up this week in the Battle Raw vs. SmackDown? Probably so. I'm willing to bet. As long as you got more than one good moment, then I think you're probably good to go. Honestly, Raw this week wasn't that good. They tried, but copy paste. There were some improvements with, you know, Axel Matt Hardy, an improvement of a match from last week. Yeah, the advancement of the Bayley Sasha Banks storyline with Dr. Shelby. Yes. I give Raw 6 out of 7. Right on, Scott. The whole Roman thing with Bobby, it's, you know, I think that match might be good, but I don't know. I'm just a little bit set off because Roman had to compete twice in one night. And what else? Owens and Braun. Haha. Lol. poor KO. Can you just lose the weight so that way Vince doesn't yell at you? And yeah. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. This has been the Raw Rebound. Tomorrow will be the SmackDown discussion. If you guys enjoyed this Raw, or if you didn't enjoy this Raw, let me know down in the comments below. You can also like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content like this. All opinions are welcomed. I'm sorry, I'm not sounding so enthusiastic because this Raw put me off. But you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the SmackDown discussion. And until then, guys, remember, we're a group. We're just shooting from the hip, as always. Peace. Bang!